Hello, English 11. Thanks for posting all of those fantastic Great Depression stories. There were a lot of really neat insights that you all provided. So I want to thank you for that. One of the common themes in the Great Depression stories was that your great grandparent or your great uncle, whoever it might have been, the story was they had a lot and then the depression hit and they had nothing, and that was something I was hoping that was going to be brought up in the discussion, and that's what I saw kind of over and over again, because that was the lesson I was hoping to use to springboard us into our final unit. So our final unit for the entire year is going to be on the American dream. And what you probably are going to find out, well, I should say first, there are different definitions, different perspectives of the American dream, but the original one was immigration, and that your great ancestors came to America with really a lot of times not very much, but then they slowly accumulated their position in life and their wealth and their secure status. And that's when the Great Depression hit, and it really had a detrimental effect to them. I know a lot of you wrote about how some of your ancestors then went back to their countries of origin. I know my grandfather did that as well. His family went back to Yugoslavia when the depression hit. I'm sorry, my grandmother's family that went back to Yugoslavia. Anyway, so our last unit is on the American dream. And I want us to focus on really four different types of American dreams that you can begin investigating. And so today's goal is for you to choose which of the American dreams you want to pursue. The first one is immigration. You can investigate eventually how immigration is the American dream. It's the original version of the American dream for people to come to America with nothing and to create something for themselves. I know my grandparents immigrated to America. My grandfather, when he came from Yugoslavia to America, his family knew no English whatsoever. So he was really born. His name was Stefan Miloš. And because they didn't know any English and they came and they immigrated to America at Ellis Island in New York City, the immigration officials just gave them the last name of Milos instead of Miloš. And my grandfather, Stefan Miloš, became Charles Milos. So that's one story of immigration in America. So that's one perspective of the American dream that you can choose to investigate right off the bat. Another one is on gender equality, the women's suffrage unit, or the women's suffrage movement, excuse me. My mother, for example, she wanted to go to college. And at the time, in the 1950s, late 1950s, early 1960s, it was unheard of that women would want to go to college. And my grandfather, the same grandfather that came from Yugoslavia, all of his friends, kind of all his male friends, gave him a lot of grief about why would you spend your money sending your daughter to college? Why doesn't she just get married and do what she's supposed to do as a woman? But that was not what my mom wanted out of her life. So her American dream, as well as for a lot of women, was equality and equal rights and getting their equal share at life. So maybe that's a version of the American dream that you're going to want to investigate. A third option for you is racial or cultural minority groups and them getting their equal access to the American way of life. For many of them, that is their American dream. So you think of the civil rights movement. You think of the current issues of immigration and wall building and things like that. So that is certainly a part of the American dream and people wanting to come to America. And then beyond that, for like a fourth option, you can really investigate anything else above and beyond that. Because for a lot of people, American dream means wealth and prosperity. For some people, it means philanthropy and being able to accumulate a lot of wealth, but also use that wealth and give it back to others. So what I want you to do today is check out the Google Doc I sent to you, and it introduces what we're going to be doing for the American dream, at least for the first part of the American dream. And then I want you to take a look at these four different types of American dreams and choose one of them that you want to begin to investigate. Then at the end of that Google Doc, you will see a Google form to fill out, and you fill that out, and that's going to tell me what kind of direction you individually want to go in, and that's how you're going to be starting this first part of the unit, by investigating the the topic that you've chosen. So today is just about kind of introducing yourself to the different perspectives of the American dream and deciding which one you want to spend a little bit of time investigating. So if you do that Google form in the Google Doc, I'll be able to take your attendance. Everything will be just fine. But if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll be happy to help you. Thanks, everyone. Look forward to hearing from you.